Hey, let me quickly check in with Cousin Henry, chapters 22 to 24, where, yes, as my thought was with Trollope, that we have Cousin Henry who has all this time, rather dastardly, but not dastardly enough, concealed his knowledge and the whereabouts of the final will of his uncle Ifflerd, which would have given the entire state to his favorite niece Isabel, and not to Cousin Henry. But he gave it to he changed his mind, gave it to Cousin Henry, but then changed his mind again, and had drafted this final will before he died, and indeed had on his deathbed said as much to Isabel. But Isabel had not said anything because the will just simply wasn't produced, and she wasn't going to push things because perhaps it was just kind of the feeble last gasp of an old man. But she also was like, I really think it is, and she quite despised Cousin Henry. Well, for that, and just him being kind of just a weak, crappy guy. And in the last chapter that I checked in on, the lawyer finally comes to him, having been pretty convinced just by his actions. He actually says, in these past things, he's like a girl who, through her stutterings and stammerings, confesses to a lie before then confesses to the truth before then telling a lie. And he just grabs him by the throat, shoves him against the wall, and they shake it out. They find the will. And they do that thing that I thought Trollope would do, because Trollope, like his characters, is a humane guy, and they come to an agreement with him. You're going to accept that this will is true. You're going to sign a letter to that effect. You're not going to put up any fight over this, and we'll let you off. And indeed, they say, like, well, because we knew where it was, he could have, if he'd been a sharper guy, could have just said, hey, you guys obviously planted this will. It's a falsehood, and drag this through the courts. But he didn't.